Hello everyone, welcome back to Urbe Salus. This will be our tutorial number 3 in our tutorial series. I am Leader Ames J15, and if there's anything that we can pray for before we get started, please let us know. The email will be in the description. There's also the business inquiry link on the description of the YouTube channel. Also, if you're enjoying our videos, please don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe. It will really help out. We're going to get started with our tutorial. And the subject of today's tutorial is the Urbe Salus guard. So, what is the Urbe Salus guard? I'm going to give you a little bit of an in-depth definition. The Urbe Salus guard is basically like the military of Urbe Salus, but they also carry out important functions such as enforcing the laws, reporting griefing or harmful behavior, making sure that the waters, the townhouse, and the land stays safe, relatively, as far as in Minecraft. So we have 4 main branches. We'll start off with the Townhouse Guard. They are the specific they're the specific unit assigned to the townhouse. They guard the townhouse, the base rooms, and also this little area here, and they make sure that everything in the townhouse is running smoothly, everybody's safe, etc. If we move along to the garrison, so we see the townhouse guard flag here. The garrison is the one with that kind of cayenne color, diamond-like slash on the black flag. It's really a banner, so it's a black and blue banner, and that's the garrison. They are kind of like the army. They're the infantry, the ground people. They do law enforcement in the cities, and they also make sure that the city stays safe. A branch of the garrison is the bellkeeper. The bellkeeper is one garrison soldier assigned to each city. So each city has their own bellkeeper, and the bellkeeper's job is to monitor the chat for any threats, as well as monitor nearby cities for signals. So what the bellkeeper will do is he will pass along signals from each city, as well as alerting his own city by means of the bell tower. The bell tower houses 3 bells, which make quite the ruckus when activated, and also a beacon signal. There's a red, a green, and a normal beacon signal color. So if we move along to the harbor patrol, and I'm going to get some transportation equipment here. The second fastest way to get around in Urbe Salus is by making use of elytra. So that's what we're going to do. The harbor patrol is kind of like the Navy. They are specifically assigned to the harbors and the oceans, as well as the river marinas in Urbe Salus. So they make sure that everybody has boat license when they're on the water, and the reason we like to watch out for boat license is because the boat license lets us know that whoever's on the ocean has been accounted for, so we don't have anyone that we're not familiar with on the server, which could potentially lead to unwanted griefing or other troubles. They run the harbor gates, and the garrison runs the gatehouse. And last but not least, our fourth branch, the Sky Guard. Now, the Sky Guard is kind of versatile. They are air support for all three branches, and they also carry out law enforcement and patrolling for griefing and stuff. They're particularly good for, if there's griefing you can only see from above, or if someone needs to get somewhere fast. Now, the garrison can get places fast by bunker hopping, which is something that is about to be installed, hopefully. But the Sky Guard has access to the two fastest means of transportation in Urbe Salus, and that is elytra and rockets. And these landing pads here. So these landing pads are not just launch pads for elytra or landing pads for elytra. They are also home to what's called a teleport. I think it's kind of cool. I know it's a little bit corny, but the teleport. And that is exactly what it sounds like. The Sky Guard can teleport to every city and every government location except for the training grounds. The teleport cannot be used to get to the training grounds for training security. However, if the Sky Guard needs to get to a training ground, they can do so by either bunker hopping through one of the other branch's bunkers, or by going to a nearby city and launching from that launch pad, and it shouldn't take long. There's already a bunker in this city, so if they needed to get to this bunker, they could get to this bunker in the harbor city and bunker hop where they need to go. And the training ground is just outside another bunker. So, and these teleport codes are set so that only members of the guard force, or basically people with a certain official rank, can get in and use these teleport codes. I need to check something. Alright, so I was checking the background noise on the microphone. I know this microphone's not the best when it comes to picking up background noise, so I wanted to check to see how it was doing. I am trying to work on the audio situation. It might be a little bit, but I should be able to give you all a little bit better audio at some point in the future. Also, if you're wondering, the internet is still not back up, so I am in normal Steve mode right now. It'll be alright. As I was saying, only people with a certain official rank members of the government, regulation officers, or not regulation, but registration officers, and members of the guard can use these. So other members of the guard can use these teleport bases. But the Sky Guard has more ready access because they can fly up here. So that teleport code sends us to the library. So the Sky Guard can hop between the library, Harbor City, and currently there are 3 locations. It's also the operator's compound. That's the only 3 places that are really far apart right now, except for the training grounds. And as I mentioned before, the training grounds, that's something you can either bunker hop to or fly to from a nearby city. So now that we are close to the training grounds, let's cover what to expect if you wish to become part of the Urbe Salus Guard. First of all, you're going to have to get to the training grounds, which means you're either going to be teleported there by an operator, or I might add a function to one of the bunkers to actually the operator is more secure. So an operator will either teleport you there, or you will be brought there either by flight or by boat by another member of the guard. So if we go off this launch pad here and we keep going past the library, kind of want to keep the location secure, so what I will do is pause the recording and teleport there. Hang on. Alright, so I didn't pause the recording, I just skipped. Okay, so this is the training ground for the Urbe Salus Guard. All 4 branches use this training ground. I need some water. That's why I'm struggling over here. I need some water. Use this training ground, and I must say, after having taken it already myself, it's quite effective. Quite effective. Takes some skill to get through. However, it's possible. So, respect your guard members, they've been through a lot. Guys, help yourself out. Just go ahead and put all your stuff in the chest. Just don't try to hide anything. don't make us automatically clear your inventory, because right now the game rule is set so that you can keep your inventory when you die, which I think is kind of nice. Okay, we're being nice right now. However, take stuff in that you're not supposed to, we're going to have to temporarily disable that game rule so that we can manually clear your inventory, and that's not going to be fun for you, and it's not going to be fun for us. So just go ahead and put all your stuff in the chest, okay? When you get through, you can get your stuff back. It's probably a good idea just not to bring anything, but this little area right there, oh boy, it's a fun one. It is a fun one. Basically, you go in there, and this clock right here is going to start shooting fire charges and arrows. And you will be in survival mode, so you'll have to figure out how to get past those. I will give you one hint. If you've watched the maybe second episode of our Let's Play Survival Minecraft series, you'll notice something I did to myself while trying to open the shades on the window, like at the very beginning of the video. Hint, hint. Trapdoors come in handy when you're trying to avoid obstacles that are flying at your head. And we want you to be able to use trapdoors in such a way to avoid obstacles that are going at your head, because if you just chop down a tree and make a bunch of trapdoors, then you have a bunch of tools if you're a guard member trying to defend the city or the sea or something, and something starts throwing something at you to try to stop you from doing your job. I'm going to walk through, I'm not going to show you how to do it, but I did give you a hint. Trapdoors. And it's pretty scary in there because it's pretty hard to see unless it's fire surface. So, as you can see, it's very dark in there. Very dark. Very, very dark. And because it's very dark in here, you have to learn how to make your way around in the dark. Now that's an odd one. Shot itself with an arrow. Okay. Alright. This next one. It's a little too obvious right now. Hang on. Yeah, this next one I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna skip the video, then I'm gonna show you what happens. Okay, so you see this? You're going to be walking out of here, and as soon as you step on that plate, the floor is going to drop open. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, you're not going to make this jump. I've tried it before. You're not going to make that jump. So you're going to have fast reaction time for this. Whether you go off the edge slowly or not, you're going to have to figure out some way to get past this without going whee. And the next trial is the zombie room. Your supplies are a turtle shell, 1 iron chest plate, and 1 iron sword. And look who's going to be meeting you in here. can't see them right now? Okay, well then, let me show you. You're gonna be in the dark with these fellas. And you will be in survival mode, so they will be trying to eat you. Also, it's not a good idea to let them get out because, well, there's not a pressure plate there anymore, but in the past it wasn't a good idea to let them get out. So, and you're going to get all the way down here and do what's waiting for you here? No turning back now. Into the water. What do you have to deal with down here? Well, currently I am in creative mode, so nothing's waiting for me right now. But survival mode, you might run into a few drowned. You're gonna have to make your way to here. And once you get here, oh, the fun really begins. You're gonna have to get from here to there. It's quite the experience. Especially because one fail and you have to restart. Now, you do get to restart. It's not like one try and you fail and you're done. Like, oh, sorry you failed this course. No. The point here is to get used to this. You're gonna run into some situations, maybe. Hopefully not, but it's possible that you run into some situations where you gotta get through some tricky obstacles. Okay? Now, if you can figure out how to get past this, then you are either training your obstacle skills really well, or you're training your brain to think how to get past these obstacles with minimum danger. And I'm not going to say what the rules are because the point is to get from A to B, and it's going to be difficult no matter what you do. So, no teleporting, no flying. That's about it. So, use your brain. Get from there all the way up there. That's a rough one right there. Did y'all see that? Cobwebs. They are, if you've never experienced these before, they're quite annoying, and they will ruin your day. Because it's not just you failed, no. They will rub it in your face. They will drag you down slowly. And you're almost there. You see this patchwork of ladders? You can actually climb these. But you have to get on them first, so... Boom, and it's over. One fail, and it's over. And I actually did this in survival mode before. Though, if I record it, y'all will know exactly 100% how to get through the whole thing. Now, a few of these, I mean, it's not terrible if you know, but others don't really want you to have a cheat sheet because we want you to think things through. Okay? You get here, okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. There we go. So, this is the target range. It's pretty self-explanatory, but it does take a little bit of skill. Target 1. And sometimes you have to give it some TLC because target 2. Sometimes it doesn't want to activate itself, and if that happens, you really got to figure out the quirks on this thing, because it's the way it is. It's going to be that way. So figure out how to get past the quirks, and you'll do fine. This is probably the easiest part of this training. And if you find it difficult, that's okay. Just work on your skills. But it is going to be, if it's not the easiest, it's close to the easiest. And what do you get now? Now you get to fly. So now that you got past this, all 3 branches have this basic knowledge. So it's not just the Skyguard that's doing this training, nor is it just the garrison fighting zombies, or just the harbor patrol swimming with the drowned. All the branches have to go through this part of training. So, do you have what it takes? Let's find our first target. It'll be the only one with a target block on it at the moment. Ooh. Next target. Oh. Ooh. Oh boy. Where was I? Up here. Okay. This last one here, you've been warned. Don't shoot before you land. Give them ground first. That's your only hint. Ooh, this one's fun at night because after, like, yep. If you can't hear what's going on here, it's pretty scary. Pretty scary. But, if you're good at it, this one's pretty simple. Get to the top of the tower. In one piece. Pretty much the only way to get to the top of the tower. So, this teaches you persistence even in the heat of the situation. So going through this training will probably help you as a Minecrafter as well, because you're gonna run into some sticky situations in mine shafts, dungeons, strongholds, the end, the nether, and just in caves in general, you're gonna run into some situations. That's what's happening. Before it gets too bad, too crazy, welcome to the maze. By the way, this is set up so that you have to keep going forward. And we do give you bread, so if you're hurting a little bit, that's okay. You have food. So, which way do we go? Go this way. Ooh, nope, nope. Shouldn't have gone that way. I'm gonna look down because I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna fly over that one. Hey, you won't be able to do that. Figure it out. Is it the left one or the right one? I don't know if this is confusing to you, but one of them will get you to the other side. And this one, it doesn't really matter. So, I'm not going to show you the right way to do this, but I will show you the wrong way to do this. Yeah, you will have fallen to your death before that happens. So, you know. Figure out how to get across that. It's basically a minefield that falls out from under you. But if you do that, then you come here. They give you a bed. If we give you a bed, it's probably a good idea to use it. It's probably a great idea to use it if we give you a bed. So, what happens? I'm not going to hit that button because I know what that button does, but basically, you're going to have one day to collect all of these resources here from the exploding tower and make a fort. By nightfall, if you haven't made a fort, you're going to probably regret it because you'll be in survival mode with nothing but a turtle shell, an iron chest plate, an elytra, some fireworks, crossbow, a few arrows, and an iron sword. So, you might be able to make it through, and if you do without a fort, good job. You're a good guardsman in training. But, the point is, fort defense. So, you build a fort, you defend the fort. By the morning, the fort will disappear and so will the monsters, and you will get to do the final test for Stage 1. Stage 1, the final test is going to the Nether and retrieving a blaze rod. Bring back blaze rod, you're good. Now, that takes a little bit of toughness. I know pretty much every Minecrafter has to do it eventually if they want to get to the end. However, it does take a little bit of toughness. So, right off the bat, you're going to go and you're going to return with a blaze rod. Then, everybody gets to do this. Well, I say everybody. Who gets to do this? Is it everybody? No, it's not everybody. It's just the townhouse. Yes, okay. So, no. Townhouse and the garrison have to do this one. You'll be in here for 3 nights, and I mean 3 nights. It's not going to be daytime before nighttime. It's 3 nights in a row, a total of 21 minutes straight. There's a command block system that makes sure that you might get a little bit of daylight, and then it'll quickly be dark again. 3 nights, and you're going to have to deal with these guys, and these guys, and these guys, and these guys. It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. Just saying. 3 nights. Fort. That is the basic for the garrison house. This is the basic for the townhouse. However, they will also have to participate with garrison, and the garrison will have to participate with them, as well as the harbor patrol will have to participate in this. You know what? Yes, everybody has to do this, I believe. I'll check the law book or the regulation book, but I believe everyone has to do this one because it's fort defense. Defending a building, which might have people in it. Now this one doesn't, but in the future, being a guard, that might be a job. But the next stage for both the townhouse and the garrison is open combat versus pillagers, skeletons, spiders, and zombies. And anything else that decides that it wants to spawn out here. Because it will be nighttime for 3 nights. Again. Everybody gets to do that, but in their own way. So, like, the Harbor Patrol, Townhouse, and Garrison will be on the ground, and the Sky Guard will be in the air on this one. What you have to do for the Harbor Patrol? It's pretty simple. Swim down here, retrieve the items. Ooh boy. By the way, you don't get water breathing potion unless you find water breathing potion. So, and if you're still wearing your turtle helmet, that'll wear off in a little bit. So, you gotta get down here. There will be 2 tridents. Get them. And bring them back up to the surface without drowning. That's the fun part. And that's the point. You're the Harbor Patrol. You gotta be able to swim in scary situations. Now, the last stage 2, also known as trials. So stage 1 had a final test. These are the trials. These are your ultimate test and training of your grit as a guard. Guardsman, guardswoman, just guard in general. There's the start button. There's the supply button. As a townhouse guard, let me try that again. As a sky guard, you're going to take off from here. You're going to hit that target. So, if you hit that target, come over here, and you basically have to hit this button for this to work. So you hit this button, hit this button. Target practice, please have an empty hand because you need this trident. So once you've hit that one right there, you come over here with the trident. Hang on. Boom, channel. And bam. That will explode. You come down here, hit this with an arrow, and you'll fly over here. Hit this with an arrow. By the way, it's best to do this one at a distance because am I seeing things correctly? Oh yeah. In a few seconds it will explode, so. And then you hit this one with an arrow. It will automatically teleport you here. So fast reflexes activate your electric pretty quick because you will be over the field and you will be providing air support because that is one of your jobs as a member of the Sky Guard. So get ready to do some swooping on the spider jockey. And if you land on the ground, you're gonna have to figure out how to get back up in the air. Believe me, that's fun. But now that we're back in the air, we can do some more swooping on the spider jockey. Ooh. And if it's still raining, yeah. Ooh, that'll be fun. These tridents have channeling on them. I'm pretty sure that these are the only ones that do, the training ones. So it does make your life a little bit easier if you do the targets pretty quick and it's still stormy outside. But there you go. That's what to expect if you want to become a member of the Townhouse Guard. Now, I hope it didn't scare you off because that is a pretty important job. So, you know, there's got to be someone out there who's tough enough to do it. It's just you got to be able to get through the training. And you might die a few times because of these guys. That's okay. You just got to be able to get through it. That's the point. You get through it, you will have trained yourself with the skills to be a member of the Townhouse Guard. And then you will get your briefing papers, which means you will get your rank. You'll become an official member of, did I say Townhouse Guard? I just meant Urbe Salus Guard. You'll become an official member of the Urbe Salus Guard, which means any of the 4 branches, whichever you decide, and you will be an important member of the security force here. So it does come with some responsibility, but it is an important job, and I'm working out an economy system, so hopefully, you know, you can get some perks for it other than being able to stay at bunkers and stuff, which they're not really a place to stay. So we'll figure out some perks on that and write them down in the rule books. But also, it's raining. Okay. Thank y'all for watching this tutorial video. Now before I forget, I will do a verse for this tutorial video. I know I forgot to do one for the last video we did. If there's anything we can pray for, the email is in the description, as well as it's the business inquiry link on the description of the YouTube channel. We're going to do our verse for this video real quick. Actually, verses, I should say. Verses, because it might be more than one verse. And let me see what we have going on here. Try not to take too much of our time here, because I know that if I'm not careful, these videos get a little long-winded. But it is important that we have our verse. So, let's see here. Let's see. We're almost there. Almost there. Okay. You know what? Our verses are going to be coming from 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Now, if you're familiar with this, it's known as the love chapter, because it's basically one big definition. And I'm going to start in verse 4 and in verse 8, the first part of verse 8. So 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 through 8, the first part of verse 8. So 8a. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails, but where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. I did all of verse 8, but that's our verses for this video. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 through 8. If you want to read that whole chapter, it's a great chapter. And everything in the Bible is the inspired word of God. It's good for you to read it. It's good for your soul. And if there's anything we can pray for, let us know. The email's in the description. It's also in the description of the YouTube channel. If you're enjoying our videos, please subscribe, share, and leave a like. Thank you guys for watching. God bless.